Hello to my Pisces. Happy Motivational Monday. Happy birthday, Pisces. Yes, I had a great time talking to you all, Pisces. Don't forget to set your notifications to all. We are officially in Pisces season, right? So this is giveaway time for you all, Pisces. So let's get into it. Pisces, we have a calendar and a calendar and a journal and digital calendar below in the description for those of you all who like to keep up with, jotting down the questions that I give you all each video. About the moon phases that we're in. It's really going to really help you to kind of sort of start the process of getting out of your head and jotting it down is and the fact that it's a digital calendar is going to really help you put it in writing, your own, like I said, your digital calendar. You can be typing in, what you want to see, carrying it around with you, because when you don't know when you're inspired. You can be inspired in a restaurant, you can be inspired, while in a passenger or the car, however you're inspired. So the energy has already been cleared, Pisces. Let's get right into your reading because I'm excited to see what's in your cards, okay? The energy has already been cleared. The space has already been cleared. I've already prayed over your cards, Pisces. This is a general reading. Take only what resonates with you. If you're interested in a personal reading, my information is down below. But I would strongly suggest, Pisces, for you all to just listen out for the videos because you could win free readings and other, giveaways and stuff like that. So, but if you want to, schedule a reading or whatever, the information is down below. So there's no pressure there. Here we have the Strength card. Somebody's in a very positive state of mind. Here we have the Tower card. Here we also have the Lovers card. Okay. And so for somebody, love is going to seem like it just came out of nowhere. Some kind of partnership in love and partnership in business going to seem like, bam, it just struck like, what, where you come from, right? So here we have the Four of Swords. Don't forget to do your full moon rituals as well, right? And like I said in previous reading, a full moon modern day ritual could be, like writing a letter to the past, right? Here we also have Judgment card, right? We're going to put these two together. I feel like, and I'm going to get into this a little bit more because this is, and we also have the Star card, right? So Source is saying to you, there was something that, like the enemy trying to set a trap, right? When we talk about people setting traps, it really is their demons, right? But see, they have to know what your demons are in order to set a trap. So Source is saying you operating in your purpose is what alerted you to any traps that could have been set by people, places, and things. You focusing all of your energy on how you can do your part to better mankind actually alerted you to some things, right? So I feel like because your star is shining bright, you are very attractive to energies that don't love themselves and energies that do love themselves. And we're saying in a very humble way. I'm talking about like have agape love, and that's the energy that they spread in the universe, Pisces. Like they love themselves, and even if they're interacting with people who don't love themselves, they're like, hey, in a very meek way, it's like trying to empower people to like, you can spring forward, and if I have purpose, everybody on the planet has purpose, and let me try to help you. Like that's the kind of compassion I see that you have for energies. But I definitely feel like when you try to inspire people and they feel like you haven't inspired them enough, they assume that you're harshly judging them, and that's not the case at all. So Source is saying you're divinely protected during this time while you're breaking generational cycles, chains, and curses. Remember, the Judgment card connects us to Pluto, right? And so this video is dated for the 25th of February through the 25th of March. And I wanted to intentionally release the calendars and journals during the full moon where everything is fully illuminated, so that you can start the journaling process. So as we move through these phases of even closing out this cycle, because the full moon is the most celebrated of the moon phases, you start to see, okay, now that everything is fully illuminated, I can start the process of releasing some things. As I'm breaking cycles, chains, and curses, so I need to release any unhealthy and wounded emotions surrounding energies that try to get you to be reactive, right, instead of responsive, right? And so Source is saying to you, There are energies that feel like you are their twin flame, but you already have foresight that they would burn you. It would not. It would not even. They feel like they could go into business with you, but you already know something in their spirit. And source is the one, because you're at a higher frequency. It's showing you, like giving you foresight that, yeah, if you go into business with them, that energy will burn you. If you go into a love relationship with that energy, it'll end up burning you, because yours is trying to add to your joy, trying to add to your creativity, and their energy is about being reactive. So it'll take away. So it doesn't give you a chance to process your thoughts, Pisces, if that makes any sense. So I definitely feel like somebody is going to be aligned with someone who knows how to use their energy, and then it would make it all about them. Like the energy, everything has to revolve around them at all times. So when does it make room, when does it leave room for your star to shine bright? You know what I'm saying? Like they just want you to come out at night, because everything else revolves around them, their career, what they're doing, their ideas, and you're like, well, I mean, hello, I got some ideas too, right? But source is bringing the opposite across your path. So I definitely feel like, some kind of partnership in business and or in love is coming your way, and I definitely see you moving. I see you moving, like physically moving. I feel like somebody's gonna be like, you know what? I've been praying to move, and now it's time for me to spring forward. Because if I stay in situations overthinking it and I don't get any rest, I may make an impulsive decision to do something else that'll keep you around longer. And so I definitely see somebody is definitely saying, okay, source, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't need to overthink something. I need to get my rest, and I need to continue on the path that I was on. That's you, Pisces. And again, I'm talking to you if you have Pisces anywhere in your birth chart. Here we have High Priestess energy, right? Like I said, somebody's gifts have been sharpened, right? High Priestess. So like I said, you already have the foresight that what other people may think is a twin flame energy, when we see this right here, people are like, oh, my twin flame is coming across my path. But this reads partnerships in business and or in love. And so the longer you linger around an energy that God already told you would burn you down the line, the longer you stay around operating in flesh, they'll be able to convince you that, no, I would never burn you. I would never do anything to hurt you. That's not a promise another human being can make, because there's too many moving parts to just life in general. You get what I'm saying, Pisces? So source is saying get your rest, because you're still moving forward. You just, something you prayed for, something you spoke into existence. Somebody spoke into existence, booked and busy and not burdened. Source is showing you at a higher frequency that would be burdensome. So I definitely see you moving forward. Here we also have the Two of Swords, so take the blindfolds off. Yeah, people want you to warm up to them. They want you to, so two and four obviously is six. So you're moving on from the disappointment. You know what I'm talking about, Pisces? Like if you ever met a friend or a potential friendship or love interest or a job where you feel like, okay, you start almost lowering your standards. Like, okay, letting their thought process take over your universe. If you just give me a chance, and, like just give this job a chance, because they see your intellect, they see your power. They give you the false impression that they believe in you, when really source is saying you're the I believe sign, believe in yourself, right? So that's where I see somebody being booked and busy. You don't have to keep being burned to be booked and busy, to be inspired to move. You just need to be around some people who inspire you to move, right? So that's what I'm saying for you also. Here we have Seven of Pentacles. I definitely see you planting seeds somewhere. Wherever it is you're moving to, I see you planting seeds there, and I see those seeds growing, right? Here we have Knight of Pentacles. You're a hardworking person. All you had to stop doing was looking for other human beings' approval and start saying that source approved you. That's why you're still breathing, right? So that's the frequency you want, and that's exactly what you're moving towards. Nine of Pentacles, financial independence. Not a care in the world. Somebody's going to feel very fortunate. Like, I mean, for real, you're going to feel lucky. Like, you're going to feel like, oh my God. The cost of living is cheaper. Here we have the Sun card. Like I said, being connected to certain energies. Remember, the Sun is a star too, right? But being connected to certain types of energies, they would have wanted you to make them the sun, moon, and stars. And because you're a very compassionate person, Pisces, it wouldn't have worked, because where would it have left room for you to? Where would it have left room for you to thrive in your purpose, right? If you were at home always the one that's taking out the trash, cooking. You're always the one that's supporting their events if it's a friendship or family relationship. But then when it's time to support you, it's always they still got all this work to do and they don't have time to support you. Like I said before, some of you all are going to learn exactly the types of energies I'm talking about. It's your birthday season, Pisces. Those types of energies are too busy for your birthday. They're too busy celebrating themselves and giving you minimal to no effort when it comes to you. So it's becoming clearer and clearer and clearer. And for you, it's gonna be like, wow, okay, I guess I didn't see it before. Because again, you have a very compassionate heart. Everybody knows that Pisces are very compassionate. So Source is saying again, tap into your strength. There's two types of energies in particular, both in business and in love, that Source is saying their energies will increase your prayer life, but not in a healthy type of way. When you think about, okay, the strength cards connects us to lions, right? And when you think about lions and you think about a lion's den, those energies, if you ever watch the Nature Channel, their whole element is the element of surprise, sneak attack, right? And so it would sneak up on somebody. Like at first, you're kind of warming up to the idea, maybe we would make good business partners. Or, maybe we would, maybe I should take this job. Maybe I should stay on this job. Or maybe I should be in this romantic relationship. And next thing you know, an argument ensues, and you don't know where it happened. You don't know what set it off. You don't know why they're pouncing on you. You don't know if they haven't taken their medications. And I don't joke about mental health. You don't know if they're under some kind of influence. For you haven't even had a chance to process the other thoughts before something else happened. Bottom line is that when Source get at a higher frequency, when you're thinking I'm breaking generational cycles, chains, and curses, or you don't know if you say something, it's going to set some people off, you don't need to be around those types of energies at all. That's why somebody's going to be fortunate, because Source is the one that's downloading that information into your spirit. It's like, don't even put yourself in situations where it'll be a setup for you and you don't know what the heck happened. You don't even know what the heck happened. So here we have the Emperor card. Yeah. So there could be, like I said, this, I can't even make it up. Source is saying it's some energies that, like I said before, because they are attached to people who jump to conclusions and keep them in fight mode. You being in a relationship, Source is trying to give somebody some insight as to what would happen down the line. If you say something like, why don't you just cut certain people off? They get into a straight up argument, right? It could be their ex, it could be a family member, anybody. For you, you're operating in compassion at a high frequency, trying to break generational cycles, chains, and curses. You are not. That's why I said somebody is physically moving on. So some of you all work in offices right now, or your manager just comes in there, you don't know what set them off, and you're like, well, wait a minute, you woke up, set your intentions, you sat down and meditated. That's why, like I said, it's just optional. I put it out there for if you want to get a journal, you can. Like I said, the prices are $2 and $3. The link is below for those of you all, or you can create your own journal if you want to. But the bottom line is, Source is saying start documenting, like get out of your head and start documenting stuff around you that could disrupt your peace. You need time to process things. The stage of life that Pisces symbolizes, and I'm talking to you wherever Pisces is in your birth chart, is 77 years old plus. So even if you are you've been on Earth for whatever young amount of years here, you're a very wise soul, right? So you shouldn't have to go into escapism because energies, you don't know where you turned left. So Source is saying, just like this card right here, this 4 of Swords is about getting your rest. Let it rest in peace. Just let it rest in peace. Don't even consider going back to anything you thought would have been a great business. I go into business partnership or a love partnership. Because people are starting to see just how smart you are. They're starting to see it. And they're like, wow, that would be like hitting the lottery if I go. They got all these ideas. I want to go into business with Pisces. So it's like, save yourself the trouble. Move on. You about to be booked and busy by yourself until you decide. And there it is. Source is actually rewarding you. Source is rewarding you for moving on. So yeah, some people are starting to see there's some energies they linked up with the wrong side. Some energies are starting to see like, wow, y'all bet on the wrong side of people. Like, wow, you should have but see, I always say bet on yourselves, Pisces, right? So it's not even like they had to align themselves with you, but they could have at least been like, you know what, I believe in myself. And so everybody has their own star, everybody has their own purpose. So yeah, that would definitely be a demonic tie. You would be tied to fear, doubt, uncertainty. It will always be like being on the dark side, being connected to certain types of energy. So yeah, somebody could feel like so that's why you feel so fortunate, because you decided to take the high road and say, nah, you know what, I need to pray about it, I need to process my emotions, I need to sleep on it, I need to get some rest, right? And sources like this rite of passage lets me know that your ancestors are like, you keep on going, don't even stop, get away from the depth of emotions of what could have been in that business, could have been a business partnership or could have been a love partnership. Just keep right on going, because your wishes are about to be fulfilled. So sit down and write them out. At least 9 wishes, Pisces. They're about to be fulfilled. So, like I said, you can create your own journal, or you can get the journals. That's a digital journal below if you want to. But start writing down your wishes, because this is what's headed your way. King of Pentacles. That's the wealthiest card in the deck. So it's just like the more time you sit there and consider going back to something that source has already illuminated you to, like made you aware of. You have this fire right here would be clarity of sight, clarity of thought, clarity of feelings, clarity of emotions. You're like, okay, yeah, we're not on the same vibe. I can already see that will be another burn mark for you. So here we have the Justice card. Yeah, this is balance, right? This is about balance. It would have definitely thrown you out of balance, right? And so here's the Strength card again. Source is saying it's 3 situations in particular, that it's 3 types of situations that would have caused you to be reactive. Being in those spaces, you would not have had an opportunity to process your thoughts. Your compassion would have been seen as a weakness, Pisces. It would have been seen as lazy and just like escapism. It literally would have caused somebody to drink or do some kind of something that was cooked up in the lab or something. Like, it would have definitely forced you into escapism if had you gone backwards, because like I said, this was always the goal right here, is to get your wealth, right? Your wealth of knowledge, your wealth of inspiration, your wealth of creativity, and sources like that's why you're moving forward. So having that foresight is what I'm saying here. The source gave somebody the foresight, and the messages are coming through loud and clear. See this right here, this lover's card. See, when you started speaking messages of love, right? Agape love, right? That left no room for you to even hate those energies, right? And that's what throws people off. Is, I tell you, love confuses people. How in the world can somebody love somebody who tried to burn them? And I'm not talking about erotic love. We're talking about agape love. Like, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, I still have agape love for you, but I can't have you in my universe because it distracts me from my purpose, right? So that's the frequency that somebody is on. So it's some energies, like I said before, there's some energies that's like, for real, they are in tantrum mode. They are in tantrum mode. And here's the thing about this, though, is that there are other energies that's on the fence, Pisces. They're still kind of like trying to decide. I'm gonna tell you, like I saw when that Justice card came out in somebody else's reading, they're gonna have to stay with the energies that jump to conclusions about you. They're gonna have to stay, because it's a type of spirit. Those types of energies get wildfire started, and they can't take back what they said about you. All they can do is add to it, like, and say, well, I mean, that was my experience with them, and I'm not taking my experience back. Sources say, listen, they can stay on their side. You're not interested. You're not interested. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to close this out. You already have the questions for the moon in Virgo, and also the questions for the moon in Libra. Don't forget to go back and look at the previous video so you can jot down those questions. And just don't forget to journal your feelings every day. Like, how do you feel? You set an intention. How do you feel today? Who came across your mind? What kind of dreams did you have? So use them. So there it is. There you are. Moving forward. And I see a lot of opportunities come. Like I said, booked and busy. I see a lot of opportunities coming your way, and I do see you learning how to coexist. There's some energies that from your past that want to coexist with you, but again, they would drive you crazy. Just their way of thinking and rush through life, and these whatever. It's for them. It's all about money. Hurry, you came up with an idea. Okay, hurry, and just hurry up and put something out. So it's just like that's not how you operate. You need time to process your emotions and your creativity. You're very wise, right? And so, but there's some new energies that I see you coexisting with that will respect how you create and how you process things, Pisces. As a healer, you are a healer. They'll understand that you need time as a healer to heal yourself. They understand that you move differently. Healed people move differently than people who are always, they're motivated by hurt and hurting other people. So like I said before, you making the best decision for you is what's going to work out best. So I definitely see you cutting ties with two types of energies who are operating in their demons. They're being ruled by their demons, right? They've scared. When I say ruled by their demons, I'm talking about operating in fear, doubt, uncertainty, instead of choosing the other option, operating by faith, right? So they won't cut certain people out of their life. They're too afraid for whatever reason. They won't cut certain people out of their life. And yeah, you're just on a different frequency altogether. So here's a justice card. Yeah. So yeah, it's some energies right now that, like I said, their karma is hitting them. That's why you see the Tower card. It's hitting them hard. It's two types of energies that try to overwhelm you, weigh you down. It's a group of energies. This is coming out in a lot of people's readings. And that's why I said, as we're in this full moon phase, we'll be in this full moon phase for a couple of more days. Don't forget to do your rituals, but don't forget to also write your past a letter, and just release it, a letter of gratitude to your past. Yeah. So, it's a lot going on. Try not to get overwhelmed. Here we have Six of Swords. Here you are moving on from, like I said, two situations in particular. You're going through a rite of passage. You're sailing on from the depth of disappointment, connected to certain energies. But you won't let this happen again. You won't neglect your own inner child again. Somebody is definitely operating in faith. When I say something has increased your prayer life, something has definitely increased your prayer life. Here we have Nine of Cups. So while you're waiting, start thanking Source in advance for these two situations. That's one of your wishes that's being fulfilled. While you're waiting, don't sit around and neglect yourself from operating, from creating, right? That's what Source is trying to tell you. It's like you're creating something, and so, don't neglect yourself because you're waiting on something as it relates to two types of situations. Source is like, the two types of situations, I'm like, somebody can put together a list of 18 things you want fulfilled. Right? That something is behind you. Something is behind you. You've been burned before. That is behind you. You've been enlightened. Your third eye, all your eyes are open. Right? And so here we have the Seven of Swords. Yeah, we have the Eight of Pentacles. We also have the Nine of Swords, the Justice card again, the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. So, You're for some people you're just too down to earth and you're just too relatable, and some people feel some kind of way about that, and that's why the Justice card keeps coming out. They feel like, they in their mind, just your presence of how you talk, how direct you are, how your head and heart are sometimes at war with the energies that have even hurt you to some degree. They feel like it's just some kind of injustice done to them, even if you haven't done anything. So, they feel like they've been judged by people harshly, and so therefore they feel like you need to be under their judgment. You're like, what kind of twisted logic and thinking? They just want to cause you a nightmare, Pisces. So Source is saying you've already been through enough nightmares, and you're not trying to go back to the same old nightmare. So, like I said, two situations in particular have been a rite of passage for you, and now you're saying that number 10, to get from 9 to 10, you're saying, I'm speaking into existence, thriving, and I'm leaving all of that behind. So here we have the Seven of Swords. Source has been trying to tell somebody, keep this two situations in particular. I need you to move behind. I need you to move beyond that, right? So stop thinking about it. Stop talking about it. Here we have Eight of Pentacles, so that you can move towards a life that you've been praying for, at least 8 streams of income. I see you feeling happier, more charismatic and free. See, some of you all are already there because your attitude has determined your altitude. you're not talking negatively about people. You're not even thinking negative thoughts. You're just simply saying, hey, that's not something that I want to align myself with. I've already been burned enough. So, sources, like I said, rewarding you. Sources actually rewarding you for moving on beyond some things. So, congratulations to you. There it is, companionship. So, giving someone your complete presence is an astonishing gift. Yeah. Like I said in the beginning of your reading, for those of you all who want companionship, whether it's companionship in a platonic sense or companionship in a romantic sense, when you're talking about breaking generational cycles, chains, and curses, and this goes again to documenting your own journey, just you and source, right? And you start thinking, having a foresight that I can already see because of who some people may be attached to, it's not going to work, right? I can already see, like, for instance, like if you go work for a company or something, and their belief systems don't align with your belief systems, and you almost got to go into a zombified state, like I said, to even stay connected to certain types of energies. Some energies, like I said before, you got sources saying, yeah, let something rest in peace, because there's some energies that's definitely trying to imprison you in your mind, like stop your way of thinking, stop you from talking. They're definitely trying to cut into your money. They're trying to cut into your joy. They're trying to cut into, so sources saying your wishes are being fulfilled though. So instead of you letting that swirl around in your emotions, Pisces, source wants you to start writing some stuff down on paper, and like speaking things into existence, so you don't give life to a nightmare. You don't give life to a nightmare. Even if somebody found out, like I feel like somebody knows your heart, that you have a good heart, Pisces, but because when people start lighting fires about people and gossiping and all of that other stuff, Pisces, it's best for you to steer clear when they start gossiping about other people, because eventually you'll be and especially when they're talking about abuse of power, or I can ruin their life, I can ruin their business. It's best for you to get away from those types of energies. Because the more you stay around those types of energies, even though it may not be directed at you, you know that they have it in them to do that. So it's time for you to say, okay, I'm not on that frequency. They talking about ruining people's lives. They talking about this. You know what I'm saying? They low vibrational. They having this real low vibrational conversations. And they in dark spaces, and they doing all kinds of things. I don't want to need to be connected to that. So that's what the frequency I see you on. I see you at a very mature, very wise way of saying you need to detach from those types of energies, because you just on a different frequency. So I am at peace with my past. That's it. Just be at peace with your past. Be at peace with your past, and stay strong, because your light is shining bright. And I'm talking about any peace in your past. You slept with a bunch of people, be at peace with it, right? If you you have 15 failed businesses, be at peace with it. Let's say you started businesses and all of them failed, or let's say you've gone through a couple of bankruptcies or repossessions or whatever, be at peace with your past. I mean, for real, be at peace with it, because these types of energies like to use that kind of stuff to ruin people. Here we have fertility. There it is, fertility. Yep, fertility. Number 2. So I feel like if you have children, it could be you and your child. It could be you and your child. Could be a book. It could be a baby, an actual human being. It could be a song. I feel like you and your person, or you and your gift. Let me just say it that way. Your gift could also be a child too, are moving on, like moving away from those types of energies, so that you can make room for this King of Pentacles. Because Source already sees ahead of time. If you stay connected to certain people, they'll do everything they could possibly do because this would be the motive, taking you down off of your throne, keeping you in competition with people, trying to make you feel bad, and also, somehow you end up losing a lot of money, being connected to them, because they see you as a quick way to make some money. So Source is like, you're not going back. under any circumstances. You're not going back. Even the energies that are feeling indecisive right now. Because there's a lot of people that feel indecisive. Well, maybe if we just align ourselves with Pisces. Sources like Pisces, don't do it. But seem like Pisces train is just going fast. We wanna jump on that train. You dealing with some people with some wicked hearts. You're not trying to align yourself with people with that they gotta force themselves to align themselves with you. You like, nah, they still operating in the flesh. You're not trying to align. They gotta make themselves like you. Nah, I don't need nobody around me that need to force themselves to like me. You know what I mean, Pisces? So that's the frequency that you're on. You're not interested in that. You love yourself too much. This is the Lover's card, so you're only getting in partnerships with people who have respect for your intellect, right? Not people who are causing you nightmares. You've already been through enough. Here we have Sun God. Come now, expand into the skies and into the shadows below. You're just a bright light in people's lives, right? You inspire people. You like light a flame up under them in a motivational way. Like they want to be around you, and some people feel some kind of way about that, and that's okay. The source is still making your sunshine. There it is. Angel Gabriel is watching over you, the messenger of God. So source is the one that's sending messages to you through your angel Gabriel. Gabriel. So your gifts have been increased. You're protected by your angels, right? So you have a lot of angels around you protecting you, Pisces. And again, I'm talking to you wherever Pisces is in birth chart, including if Pisces is your MC or IC. I'm talking to you. We pull 3 more cards. So yes, step through your portal. Like I said, source is giving you all the resources you need to move forward. Prepare for an increase in pay. Your money is increasing, right? So that's going to help you to get to your destination, and the answers you seek are coming. Yeah. So yeah, you're not trying to align yourself with people that got to force themselves to like you. Like what kind of So let's pull a number, and let's go ahead and pull one last oracle card, and let's close it out. But yeah, happy Motivational Monday to those of you all who want to, get your journal. It's below. It's a journal and also a calendar. So 2 separate items, a journal and a calendar, right? Number 8, I am successful. So your talent for setting and reaching goals is like no other, Pisces. You are self-sufficient and capable of achieving your ambitions. 8 representing the ebb and flow, the infinite loop of creation. So I am successful, and you are. You absolutely are successful. So whatever it is you co-created, whether it was a book, whether it was a baby or something, I see you somebody moving forward, with their lives. That's what I'm saying. Like getting away from energies that'll set a trap. Their energy will set a trap for you just because of who they're connected with. Next thing you know, you're in an argument with somebody. You're like, how do we end up here? Like, what in the world, right? Acceptance. So I accept myself as I am. I accept what is without resistance. I have the power to choose my actions. I have the power to create change. I practice patience with myself. I am loved. I am not alone. I am at peace. That's what I have for you, Pisces. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, happy Motivational Monday. This reading is for the 26th of February through the 26th of March. And remember, in this time, Pluto is about to go retrograde. This is Pluto's card right here, the Judgment card, right? So think about when you're talking about Pluto is that emotional roller coaster planet. So think about what kind of generational cycles, chains, and curses you want to break, because I see somebody being booked and busy and moving forward to the life that you created. And I feel like you are somebody's wish fulfilled, and they are your wish fulfilled. So you want to be crystal clear about a twin flame versus a karmic. A karmic feels very much like a twin flame until source says, slow down, cowpo. I need you to pay attention to this, and this. And so if you can avoid it, because source is telling you, that felt like a twin flame situation. That felt like the perfect business deal, but source is saying, no. Remember your initial prayers, right? Because that was just a test to see if you were going to slow down and overthink this thing. And source is saying, so when you start having nightmares about it, you better believe those nightmares and start journaling. That's what I have for you, and I will see you all in the next video, okay? Happy full moon in Virgo, and let's get ready for, like I said, do your rituals. Whatever your full moon rituals are, continue doing those, Pisces. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.